everyone. Little coffee review. I just finished a workout. Couldn't find my adapter, so there's no issues in the iPhone mic. But anyways, this is a coffee from Blue Bottle Coffee. They're out of California. I picked this up when I was in San Diego, roasted on April 10th. I opened it like Monday, so it's only a couple days old. Well, the beans are a month old, but I opened it a couple days ago. So this is their Honduras, Santa Barbara, Jobneel, Caceres, single origin, notes of brown sugar, grapefruit, dried strawberry, bluebottlecoffee.com. Yeah, I think I lied. I've heard of them, but I've just like in passing. And then one of the guys I work with was like, hey, there's a Blue Bottle Coffee on the way to the office. Do you want to stop there? I was like, yeah, sure. And they did like pour overs right in front of you. It was really cool. They should have like a pour over station set up. And then I was like, oh, I'll buy a bag. $30. $30. Like I've spent a good amount on coffee before, like barrel age and stuff like that, but $30. I was like, okay, this better be good. And I have had this, 2 cups of it, but just sort of like just drink it in the morning. So I really kind of wanted to give it a go. So I have my fellow coffee tasting glass, courtesy of Mr. Michael Gendron. Guy hates coffee, yet he still knows. He loves me. So yeah, it's good nose. Well, color wise, looks like mud water. Not like the mud water that they advertise on Instagram all the time. That's the alternative to coffee, but you know, just muddy water. And it's got a brownish hue to it. I made this in the AeroPress. It's got an earthiness with some slight berry going on. I always have trouble with the coffee nose, but these are fun to do. I don't know if anyone watches, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe I taste. This is really hot. I should have let it cool down. So sometimes when you have tasting notes, you read them first. Beers as well, right? You've seen if you watch the channel for the beer reviews, not just coffee reviews. You know, we do beer reviews. Sometimes that can kind of come into play and kind of play with your mind. Not so much. I guess I could see. No, I get it's good. It's a good cup of coffee. Is it a $30 cup of coffee? Personally, not for me. But it is a good cup of coffee. It's just not $30 bean roasted beans. That earthy tone stays with it. There's a nice roast character. There's no real brown sugar. I'm not getting too much. The berry on the nose isn't translating too much. Like maybe as this gets colder, because for me, coffee kind of the flavors kind of accentuate as it gets colder versus beer, where the flavors kind of accentuate sometimes as it gets warmer, right? Grapefruit. No, not much grapefruit. It is. I like the roasty character of it, but to me, this is just a regular kind of cup of coffee. I know there's probably people watching this like Blue Bottle is my religion, but yeah, for me, like $30. The coffee I had there was great. I don't think it was the same one, so maybe it's just for me this particular roast isn't doing it for me. I made it in my pour over before. I've made it in the AeroPress, so I've done it 2 different methods. I did the AeroPress recipe 2 different ways from this first time to today, for the sake of the review, because I was like, oh, maybe I had the same thought when I had it too. I was like, this is a good cup of coffee, but it's not like $30 upper echelon, right? So it is what it is. Down in the comments, if you had Blue Bottle Coffee before, what do you think of it? Do you think it's worth the cost for the beans itself? The actual store itself was like walking into an Apple store of coffee. It was really nice. It was very clean. It was very the aesthetic drew you in. But more specifically, have you had the Honduras, Santa Barbara, Jobneel, Caceres, single origin? I'll just say blend, but it's not single origin. What did you think of it? What do you think of Blue Bottle in general? Down in the comments. Am I just missing the mark here? Am I missing something? Okay, I was drinking this and then I had already took stuff down. So this, whatever I'm doing editing wise, probably didn't look very cool because it's not the same angle and shot. But anyways, I was drinking this, it got colder. So I want to come back and give that another shake. And I do feel like there is a little bit more acidity, like there is some grapefruit coming through. So I think I've done this before. I need to remember from now on, maybe let my coffee sit a little bit before I actually start the review. The water, I was doing it at like 190, I think. So I have a kettle that has like the marker, so you get like a good water temp and whatnot. But there's a little more sweetness too. Along with like the earthiness in the roast, there could be like a kiss of like brown sugar coming through too. And like a little bit of like lemongrass, lemony grapefruit. So I just want to kind of add that on. I don't know where I'm going to edit this in, but wherever it is, you'll see. Maybe I'll edit some of this other stuff out so it's not too long. But I wanted to give this another shake just because I noticed that the flavor profile did change. And like I said, it is still a good cup of coffee. Is it still worth 30? Do I still think it's worth $30 now after having it? Probably not, but it's still a good cup of coffee. Anyways, cheers, folks. And now to Sean from the past. Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, those are things. Like, comment, subscribe, the notification bell so you're notified when we post new videos. And I'm Sean. This is Nerdsense. Cheers.